I figured out the best way to get out of any argument.
Okay, what is it?
And I'm telling you, you can use this when a cop stops you on the street and he's like, "Sir, you've been drinking."
Uh-huh.
Or when your girlfriend's like, "Jake, I think we need to talk."
Uh-huh.
Or even when you're at, Panera Bread and they say, "Would you like a cup of soup and a half sandwich?"
I love that about Panera Bread.
Yeah. Right. That's like one of the main things they do.
Bread and a half sandwich.
Like a cup of soup. Well, bread and a half sandwich.
No, that goes together.
Yeah, that's part of the same
But no,
thing.
the cup of soup is delicious.
Right. But if you are in a situation where you want to get out of it, you just go...
I could see that working. Because
It makes me
Want to get going right now.
It makes me want to leave.
Do you want to do the episode? Because I am probably just going to leave.
We'll see you on the morrow.
Alright.
Farewell.
Goodbye to you.
We'll film soon.
We'll film soon. We'll film in the next week or so.
Alright.
Once you figure your shit out.
In response!
Hello and welcome to the day.
Thank you for spending your time with us.
I'm Jake.
I'm Joel and my face itched. Welcome back to another episode of Jake and
Oh,
Joel.
magic.
Magic! Pro Tour is this weekend, so we're going to talk about Modern.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Modern. We're going to talk about what deck we would play.
Yeah, decks.
Yeah.
After that, we had a question come across to us on Twitter, a little finance question, so we're going to have a little segment I like to call Cha-Ching!
Cha-ching, because it's like money.
During our attack step, we're going to talk about something a little bit unstable, but other than that, you ready to get going?
Dude, I'm so ready. I have been constantly working on myself and just trying to be better.
Nice!
And I think now is the time to break from all of that and focus on what really matters, which is
the
magic,
perfect pull-up.
The perfect pull-up.
I've been trying to do
Magic, the perfect pull-up.
perfect pull-up.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like I'll see God's eyes.
God's eyes are up there.
When you do a perfect pull-up.
When it's perfect, a cloud that isn't there appears, and God's face is in it. And it looks kind of like the baby sun from Teletubbies. It's just like this face hanging out of a beautiful cloud. And it's like...
That baby's face from Teletubbies, people don't talk about that enough.
They don't. That person is grown now. People that were born in 2000 are 18 years old now.
Yeah. At the end of the episode, we're going to talk about the relentless march of time. And how it just keeps moving forward and forward.
It just moves and moves and moves. But before that, we're going to do
Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
Before we get into our main faces, news this week, the Nationals 2018 promo was announced.
And this is actually a home run. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Knocked it out of the park. Flooded Strand with some so choice art. I'm a big fan.
You know what's funny? Is Progenitus has just been like the promo for like ever now. It's like, how hard is it to print more than just that one promo?
Other news this week, besides Pro Tour being this weekend, last weekend was SCG Philadelphia Open.
Yes.
There was Team Constructed and a Standard Classic and a Modern Classic. SCG Philadelphia, the Standard Classic, you ready for this top 8? Mono Red Aggro, Mardu Vehicles, Blue White Eternalize, that's pretty cool, Grixis Energy, Grixis Improvise, cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Green Red Monsters, Grixis Control, and Blue Black Midrange.
Yeah.
That was that top 8. Post-ban top 8 sounds pretty spicy.
Well, it's just cool that, people are going into their closets, they're brushing off those old dancing shoes,
right.
And they're
tip-tapping into their local GameStop.
Trying to figure out,
why did I come to GameStop for cards?
Everyone's
then they
like,
go to their local game store.
Yeah. Everyone's like, why are they Why are they wearing that old jean jacket? It's like, maybe the old jean jacket works.
Yeah, right? Maybe your old jean jacket works, Dad.
Yeah. So keep on getting your dancing shoes out, pulling out your jean jackets. Keep that Teamer Energy deck in a box.
So we're pretty happy with how the SCG tournament.
It's just
turned
better.
Out.
Like, people are figuring out what deck they want to play.
Right.
They're cooking up a different kind of breakfast.
Taking out their skillet with their tip-tap shoes on and their jean jacket.
They've replaced...
They're saying, I got new decks to make.
Yeah. They're like, wait a minute. I'm not eating my salad with all this ranch. I'm going with a balsamic vinaigrette.
Ranch, gross, balsamic vinaigrette, good.
In.
Yeah, in. Teamer Energy,
There's
ranch,
out sliced cauliflower
blue-eyed
out there.
eternalized, vinaigrette, in. Right.
And everybody's eating sliced cauliflower.
Right, with some buffalo sauce. That's not buffalo chicken. It's way healthier. Tastes similar. Why not give it a shot?
We're just trying things out.
If you're following the metaphor, you're doing better than us. As we enter our first main phase, let's talk about Modern. We just talked about SCG Philadelphia. There was a Modern Classic there that maybe we can look to with our binoculars from the past while setting down our binoculars from the future to look at the Pro Tour this weekend. We pick up our past binoculars. We look at the SCG Philadelphia Modern Classic Top 8, which was Humans, Goryo's As Foretold, which is a mouthful, Counters Company, Blue-Red Gift Storm, Affinity, Mono-Red Prison, which sounds like a horrible place to hang out, Dredge, and Eldrazi Tron.
Let's just say we've got our finger on the pulse of Modern,
yes,
and it is healthy.
It is everywhere, man. It's all over the place. This shit is like a Jackson Pollock painting. I'm a fan.
What's really cool about Modern is you could go there ready to, like, play Affinity. You're like, all right, I've got Shatterstorm on the board. Like, we're going to make sure that we hose Affinity today. We've got Relic of Progenitus in case we play Dredge. And then you could go there. You have Relic, and you don't even play Death Shadow. You don't even play Dredge. You just, like...
It's great. You might go prepping for Dredge and Mono Red Prison.
And you get
and
Boggles.
End up playing Boggles and Goryo's As Foretold.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Goryo's As Foretold would make a good, like, lunch restaurant.
Out in LA.
Where do you want to go for lunch? Goryo's As Foretold.
Yeah. It's like this really cool, like, Greek fusion breakfast place.
Yeah, right?
Where it's like everything is, you know, like, healthy, but
they're
also,
open
like,
from 11 to 2:30.
They make pancakes out of, like, soy spinach.
Yeah, soy spinach make the best pancakes.
Yeah, it's a really cool open format, and I don't know, man. Like,
I think this weekend's going to be fun. The coverage is going to be fun. Wizards announced that they, like, have this great TV channel-like schedule of shows that they're rolling out for the weekend.
I think the biggest card to come out of a recent set that's made a big impact in Modern, and I see it in pretty much every blue deck, is Search for Azcanta.
Search for Azcanta is going to be a player in blue decks this weekend. That is for sure.
Absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
It's because it's good.
I just see 2 Search for Azcanta in pretty much every Modern deck that runs blue, aside from, you know, Humans, which is all about, you know, playing dudes. Right. Having abilities attached to dudes, that kind of thing. But in control lists, Search for Azcanta, it's just so much value that gets attached to a land. Yeah. Being able to dig late game when you don't really have any answers left, you just got, like, your hand is empty.
Right.
Like, go to the Search for Azcanta.
Go searching, bro.
It's just a crazy good card.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so use your mind grapes, wrap the vines around this one. You're playing at the Pro Tour this weekend.
Yes.
Not really, but pretendsies.
Okay, pretendsies.
What deck, if you were going to take a deck up there for serious, because you want a top 8, what deck would you play?
Oh, well, for serious, if I want a top 8, I'm going to go play Grixis Death Shadow.
Playing Grixis Death Shadow.
It's going to be a boring, linear, like, all right, here we go down the same line.
Yeah, let's rock and roll.
But if I was going there to have fun, make some waves.
Yeah, making waves.
I would play Blue-Black Mill.
Blue-Black Mill. That would be super annoying for a lot of opponents.
I think it's a deck that a lot of Modern players don't really prepare for.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it gets hosed by Leyline of Sanctity, just like straight up hosed. You have to have like Boomerang, or you have to have some way to bounce that Leyline back.
You want a Boomerang so that you can throw it at your opponent and hit him in the head.
Yeah, if you can figure out a way to thwart your opponent and beat them with a Boomerang so that you don't have to play them.
Yeah, like a physical. And see, Boomerangs are great
Like
for this.
Kangaroo
you can just
boomerang
be
it.
like, and you throw it, and it starts zipping around the hall, and then it comes back,
and no one has any idea where it came from.
and you're like,
Judge. I think I would play Mill. I'd play Modern Mill. I think it's a super fun deck. The other deck that I think is great right now is Humans. I love watching Humans. I think it's super duper strong, and it's cool. This is a new, young, modern deck. And it's just so crazy to see the decks that pop up in this format. I think we're
doesn't that deck play Mantis Rider?
Yeah, it for surezies does.
That's crazy.
But then also, we're gonna probably see some Merfolk decks.
Yeah, I bet we will see.
I
some
imagine
Merfolk
some
decks.
people are gonna try to push Fish. What would you play?
For serious, I would probably take Eldrazi Tron up there. And here's why: I never really played Eldrazi decks really ever in any format. I never played the Rush to get the big guy out. I never played Aetherworks Marvel. I didn't even play any of it back when original Zendikar came out.
Yeah.
And I was actually on a break from the game during Battle for Zendikar. So playing Eldrazi for me would be a little bit nostalgic. It's also a good deck, and it kind of fits my playstyle. It's a little tempo-y. It's a little... beady. It's much more, than...
You get to play big, nasty Eldrazi.
Right.
And then you also get to play Karn and Ugin.
Yeah.
And Wormcoil Engine and just crazy shenanigans.
That would be for my serious. And for fun, I haven't seen it on a lot of top 8s in a while, but it's still a good deck. I'd probably take Burn up there. I really like Deflecting Palm. The card Deflecting Palm all around for me is just what I like to do. The art is rad. You swing with your 12/12 Deflecting Palm.
Yeah, it's a trick.
It's
totally a trick.
I would play a burn deck because I would get access to that. Maybe I would try and brew up something fun with like Path of Metal, which I'll talk more about later in the episode. Deflecting Palm, kind of a little Boros, hasty, vigilant, first strike, stompy thing with Deflecting Palm. But it would be a janky brew. But that's what I would take up there for fun.
Deflecting Palm is totally a card. And
Yeah,
what I love about
really
Deflecting Palm is people know that when you're playing Burn and you're playing, not mono red Burn, but the Boros Burn.
Right.
People know that Deflecting Palm is in the deck.
Definitely.
And so it's a fun card to bluff at having.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and you
people
get to
are
play
just
Lightning
like,
Helix
oh,
in that
God,
deck. That's cool.
You get Lightning Helix, you get Boros Charm, you get Deflecting Palm.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a whole bunch of goodness.
Lightning Bolt?
What's that?
Do you get Lightning Bolt?
Oh, no, Lightning Bolt is in the main deck as well.
Might as well play 4 of Lightning Bolt.
But what's cool about this deck is you also get to have Path in the board.
Right.
To bring in for the big threats.
Yeah. That would probably be my for fun pick, even though I wouldn't expect a top 8 with it. It just gets so hosed by life gain.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Core Firewalker. Ugh.
We're going to move into our attack, and this week, Joel, what do we got to complain about?
Unstable is getting a second print run. Now, that sounds weird to complain about, because Unstable was great. Unstable was great.
Yeah, it was a huge success. When you print a set like Unstable, and it's a huge success, and you have people like buying the boxes to hold on to them. You have people that are, buying the islands for $4 a piece because they think, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I want to keep these cards. And then you just print a ton more of it. People don't really have that, like, oh, well, I'm going to hold on to it. I just bought a foil Urza for $35, which, let's talk about when the card first came out. How much was foil Urza? It's like $100.
I think it was like $1,000. Oh.
No, the Urza from Unstable. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But when that card came out, it was
$100,000.
Couple weeks later, it was never $1,000.
It was like a $2,000.
Couple weeks later, it was down to $80. Then it dropped to $60. Then it's at $50, and now you find copies for $35.
Yeah.
And the thing is I probably bought this card at a price point where it may even go lower if more Unstable is printed.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, this is the first Unwalker. I do think there's some value there in having the first foil Unwalker.
Definitely.
But if you are just like, no, we're just going to print an endless amount of Unstable, call us up on the phone. We'll just send you boxes of it. It never runs out. There's no real...
Call me, beat me, if you want to reach me. If you want a printing, it's unstable.
Yes.
That kind of
Exactly.
thing. Right.
And so it's just like all of these people who saw Unstable come out, they went out, they bought boxes, they bought cards, they bought their lands, they bought things that they thought were going to be, sacred. The set was a huge success.
Right.
Wizards has their money glasses on. They're printing more of it just to throw it out there. I don't really see people doing a bunch of undrafts and buying a bunch more Unstable, but
Maybe.
people really did enjoy it, so there will be some people that do.
There's that. I think if stores still offer undrafts through February. Right now, we're in a little bit of a dead spot. Modern's not going to change much. It's happening. It's not going to change. We got Pro Tour Modern this weekend. Next weekend is a Modern GP. The next weekend is a Modern GP. And then we've got a Standard GP. And then we're in to spoiler season for M25.
Like Modern, you'll get one card, maybe two.
Right.
In a set.
That's what I'm saying. And so
waves.
people aren't going to be like, oh man, local game store, run Modern events. They're going to say run drafts. And Rivals of Ixalan pack drafts, that is still going to play, I think. But I think now is actually the perfect and last time that people will go and draft Unstable in earnest. I really think this year with M25 and Dominaria and whatever else is after that, that the packs are going to be highly sought after for collector's items, for collector,
You're talking about Unstable packs.
No, I think M25 and Dominaria.
Oh, okay.
I think M25 and Dominaria will be highly sought after for the collector aspect, for the nostalgia aspect. I think people, after that is out, won't have any interest in drafting Unstable any longer. But until then, now's the perfect time. Let's rock and roll into our second main phase where we're going to talk finance. This week we have a little segment called Cha-ching!
Cha-ching, man.
Cha-ching.
Because it sounds like money.
Because it sounds like money. This week on Twitter, we had a follower. I'm pulling it up right now. King of Jank at king_of_jank asked us on Twitter. Okay, guys. Fiance trade question. I'm assuming it was supposed to be finance. I might trade 2 Goyfs from MM3, 1 foil, for 2 Karns, Neil Patrick Harris, pre-release Wormcoil Engine, plus tokens and $20. Issue. I have 0 use for Karns, and am worried they are set for a reprint in M25, and I won't be able to flip them in time. Thoughts? Now, first off, if you're going to get 2 Goyfs, 1 foil, to another person, and in return, they're going to give you Neil Patrick Harris and anything else, you're going to want to take that trade.
I see where you're going
with
this.
What do you think?
I see where you're going with this bit, and I'm going to follow you up with not even entertaining the bit.
No.
No. Dude, I'm going to reach out to you directly, but I'm going to put it in this video as well.
Yeah.
We all know Tarmogoyf has kind of been... oh, God. What's an actor who is really good, but they haven't really done much lately?
Kevin Spacey.
They're not nearly as bad off as Kevin Spacey, but sure, let's run with it. So this is a card that was known for being really good, but now it's not that good anymore because of cards like Fatal Push, and there are cards that come out that
it got Fatal Pushed right off the scene.
Yes. People know who it is. It's a name.
Yeah.
But if you're able to get rid of a Goyf and a foil Goyf...
It can carry a whole thing by itself.
Yeah. Like Tarmogoyf, at this point, I don't think it's going to get reprinted again. So
kind of scorned. Yeah, it's not going to find its way into a lot of things.
Yeah.
Going forward, I don't think it's going to be in much stuff.
It's an amazing card. It's talented at what it does.
Yeah, we'll say, you got to say, when it was on the scene, it was talented. The card it hit too many, mental missteps, and now it's been fatal pushed right out of there.
But I will say, if you're able to trade 2 Tarmogoyfs that aren't really doing much,
Right, one foil.
For 2 Karns, which are absolutely a thing in Tron.
Oh, New Phyrexia.
New Phyrexia Karn.
Not Neil Patrick
There it
Harris.
is. There it is, guys. It's starting to bubble. We can put the fucking noodles in the pot.
Got it.
So
Oh,
what all is he getting here
I thought we were
for the
talking
2
about
goys?
actors.
No. What is he getting here? He's trading 2 Karn.
2 Karns, New Phyrexia, pre-release Wormcoil Engine, plus the tokens for Wormcoil Engine,
Okay.
and
$20.
an Andrew Jackson.
And Andrew Jackson.
Is that
Yeah, dude, I would just trade it. And you know what? If you don't have any use for the Karns, just sell them. I'm having trouble figuring out why you're even making the trade if you don't have use for the Karns. But that being said, Karn is a very expensive card right now.
Right.
It's played in Tron. It wasn't printed much. It was printed in New Phyrexia.
Mm-hmm.
It was also printed in Modern Masters 2015.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure those are the only printings of Karn.
So far.
So
But
I
in
will say,
25, I think he is right to look ahead, especially to this year, and say, maybe this guy shows back up.
I mean, how long has Karn been in the story? A long freaking time.
A long freaking time. And he was on the promotional art for Dominaria.
So
we know he's going to be in that story. Whether or not he has a Planeswalker card is yet to be seen.
you know, this for an attack
I don't think
step,
it'll be reprinted in Dominaria, that same one. But M25 is a good case. Now, are there going to be masterpieces in M25? I don't know.
I don't think there should be.
I hope not. If they were to reprint it, wouldn't Karn be up for some kind of special version?
I could see Karn if like Dominaria, which is going to have masterpieces.
Right.
If Dominaria were to get the Planeswalker masterpieces, the first time they do the walkers,
That would be awesome.
well, that would be absolutely bananas.
Get a masterpiece Tybalt.
Dude, to get the masterpiece Liliana of the Veil.
Or masterpiece Domri Raid. I'm talking about the big bucks. That's at least 2 Andrew Jacksons.
Yeah, masterpiece Domri Raid is probably 2 Andrew Jacksons. I just yeah, I would just make the trade.
I would make the trade.
Sell the Karns.
I would make
if
the
you
trade.
don't care about the Karns, then just sell them. Because, yeah, they're probably likely to get reprinted. I think we'll see Mox Opal get reprinted again as well.
You do have to think about this, however. If you are including $20 cash in this deal, do you have to report it to the IRS?
This is for fun. And I don't even want to have to deal with thinking.
Oh, yeah. Let's not report it to the IRS. But are you driving to make this trade? Because that's going to cut into your overall profit. Now you're talking about getting 2 Karns, Wormcoil Engine promo, tokens, and
Holy shit.
$17.50.
What a good point.
Yeah.
What if the
$17.50
person that
do
you're
you
making
even-
the trade with is late? Are you going to have to go out and get a Subway sandwich from Firehouse?
Right. Right. Where do you get your Subway sandwiches from? Firehouse.
Yeah.
That's going to set you back at least a half an Andrew Jackson. So now we're talking about 2 Karns, a Wormcoil Engine promo, the tokens for said promo, and $10.50. And that's 50 cents. That's breaking up $1. Do you even have quarters on you? I don't know. I don't bring change anywhere. I only
And
have
is
my
it
credit
metered
card.
parking?
There you go. Well, there's a use for the quarters. Honestly, I would make the trade.
Yeah, I'd make the trade.
Moving to the end step. This weekend is Pro Tour Rounds of Ixalan. We've got modern. We've got Booster Draft. 4 rounds of Booster Draft, 4 rounds of Modern coming at you 2 days straight. Action is high. Temperaments are low.
I hope we see a Merfolk deck.
I hope we see a Modern Merfolk deck.
Other than that, I expect we'll see Search for Escanta from Ixalan and probably not much more. Thank you for spending your time with us.
Thank you for spending your time with us. If you look below this video, there are buttons. We want you to click some.
If you're new here, one of the things you should know is that by subscribing, it's the best way to support the channel. So
Absolutely.
If you would do so,
we do not monetize any of our videos right now by choice and soon because they're forcing us. So we're very selfless in that regard. But yes, your subscription is all that matters to us, and we hope that you make that decision.
Yes, but we're not going to force you to make that decision. You need to come with it on your own. You need to come up with it while you're brushing your teeth,
right?
Or while you're having your morning coffee.
You're like, this Chobani is good. I want to subscribe to Jake and Joel.
Or you're sitting there, and you're like, man, I like what they do. I'm going to take a little bit extra time, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to just subscribe. I'm going to click. Oh, I'm not signed in. I'll sign in. And just
create an account.
No, I don't want you to create an account. If you're here and it's asking you to create an account to subscribe, just don't do it. I'm not asking you to create an account. If you're watching this in a public library, just watch it and enjoy it.
And then get out of
If you're on someone's computer and you're watching this, make sure you delete the history afterwards so they don't see that you watched it.
Or the stuff you watched before.
All right, we gotta go.
Thank you for spending your time with us. I'm tapped out.
And I'm tapped into my feelings. And I know that in the future, I will do something great. Because like so many millennials, I was told that I'm special and that I'm destined for greatness.
Right move.